Ain't no one catching Remy LeBeau. Not today, not even. Someone's gonna die here today.
What if the world of high-stakes heists and dangerous games was all in the hands of one man? The Gambit. The teaser introduces Channing Tatum in a thrilling new role, where wit, charm and risk all collide. Get ready for a ride full of twists, turns and unpredictable moves. Gambit, aka Remy LeBeau, is a character born from the shadows of New Orleans, a city steeped in mystery and danger. Orphaned as a child, Remy was taken in by the Thieves Guild, a criminal organisation with deep roots in the city's underbelly. Growing up on the streets, he learned the art of theft early on, starting with small-time pickpocketing on Bourbon Street and eventually working his way up to stealing priceless artifacts. His skills made him one of the guild's most dangerous and respected members. But what really sets Gambit apart isn't just his street smarts, it's his powers. Remy has the ability to charge objects with kinetic energy, transforming everyday items into explosive weapons. Signature move, charging a playing card and throwing it with deadly precision, turning it into a grenade mid-air. It's a perfect blend of style and power, mixing his charm and wit with a very real, dangerous ability. For Gambit, nothing's ordinary. A simple card or a bar of metal in his hands becomes a weapon that could destroy anything in its path. What makes him a compelling, unpredictable force in the Marvel universe? Does that sound cool? Well, it is, but Gambit's powers come with a serious price. Sure, he's dangerous, but they also make him an outsider. He's always lived in that murky grey area between hero and criminal, doing what he has to in order to survive. That's what makes him such a compelling character. He's not the typical squeaky clean superhero that we're used to seeing. He's flawed, complicated, and let's be honest, a bit of a scoundrel. But that's exactly what draws us in. Gambit's not about clean-cut ideals or doing things by the book. He's a man who's made mistakes, faced tough choices, and sometimes skirts the law to get by. Yet there's something about him that makes you root for him. Maybe it's his charm or the way he always seems to find a way out of tight situations. But underneath the rough edges, there's a heart that's still capable of doing the right thing, even if it's in his own way. It's the complexity that makes Gambit so interesting. He's not a typical hero, and that's what makes him so fun to watch. The movie kicks off with Gambit trying to leave his thieving days behind. He's pulled into one last job, an impossible heist in the heart of New Orleans. But of course, things go horribly wrong. Gambit discovers that his former allies in the Thieves Guild have betrayed him, setting him up to take the fall for a larger conspiracy. This betrayal cuts deep because for Gambit, the guild wasn't just a gang, it was his family. On top of that, a sinister new villain emerges, Mr. Sinister, a brilliant but twisted mutant who wants to use Gambit for his own dark experiments. Sinister believes Gambit's powers hold the key to unlocking ultimate mutant evolution. So, what's Gambit to do? He's caught between trying to clear his name, protecting the people he loves, and fighting off a powerful enemy who's always one step ahead. The stakes couldn't be higher. Along the way, he teams up with a few familiar faces from the X-Men universe. Their chemistry's electric, but it's also complicated. Rogue has her own powers that make physical touch impossible, adding a bittersweet layer to their romance. There's also a quick cameo from Wolverine, who shares a begrudging respect for Gambit despite their constant bickering. The tone of the Gambit's unlike any superhero movie you've seen. It's action-packed and gritty, but also funny and romantic in all the right places. Imagine a heist movie like Ocean's 11, combined with the raw intensity of a superhero story. Gambit's sharp wit and Cajun charm bring levity to even the darkest moments, making it easy to see why Channing Tatum was born to play this role. He's cocky and confident, but beneath all that bravado, there's a man who's been hurt and betrayed too many times. Now, let's dive into the teaser trailer because it's got style. It opens with a single spotlight shining down on a smoky poker table, cards and chips scattered all around. The atmosphere's gritty, mysterious, classic Gambit. We see him sitting there, his head down, casually shuffling a deck of cards. Then his voice cuts through the tension, smooth, teasing with just the right amount of swagger, he says, "Call me a thief, a liar and a cheat. What can I say? They're not wrong." It's a line that perfectly captures Gambit's charm and self-awareness. He knows what people think of him, and he doesn't mind one bit. As he looks up, his eyes glow a fierce red, hinting at the power beneath the surface. The camera slowly pulls back, revealing the neon-lit streets of New Orleans. Outside the window, a city that's as much a part of him as his powers. It's a perfect setup, drawing us into his world. The teaser isn't just about showing off Gambit's abilities, it's about his character. It's bold, it's confident, and it leaves you wanting more. Suddenly, the scene explodes into action. We see Gambit flipping over tables in a fight club, dodging bullets on the rooftops of the French Quarter and twirling his bow staff with precision. In one incredible shot, he charges a playing card, throws it into the air, and watches as it takes out an entire gang of enemies in a fiery burst. The action's fast, stylish, and beautifully choreographed, blending martial arts with Gambit's unique powers. The trailer doesn't give away too much of the plot, but it teases just enough to hook you. There's a brief glimpse of Mr. Sinister in a shadowy lab, his cold smile hinting at the danger to come. The teaser ends with a dramatic twist. Gambit stands on a rooftop, rain pouring down around him, looking like he's ready for whatever comes next. Just then, Rogue appears behind him and says, "You can't do this alone, Remy." Gambit turns, smirks, and replies, "Good thing I never play fair." With a flick of his wrist, he sends a charged card flying towards the screen, and boom, it explodes, cutting to black. Then the title flashes across the screen, The Gambit. It's the perfect way to end the teaser, leaving you buzzing with excitement, eager to see what this unpredictable anti-hero will do next. One of the most striking things about this movie is its setting. New Orleans is practically a character in itself. The French Quarter's alive with music, colour, and danger. From the bustling streets filled with Mardi Gras revelers to the quiet, eerie swamps of Louisiana, every location reflects Gambit's complex personality. He's charming and vibrant, like the city he calls home. There's always an undercurrent of mystery and danger, and the visuals, they're stunning. Neon lights reflect off wet pavement, creating a moody, dreamlike atmosphere. The action sequences are filmed with dynamic camera angles that pull you right into the chaos. Close-ups highlight the glow of Gambit's charged cards and the intensity in his eyes. Special effects bring his powers to life in ways that are both realistic and awe-inspiring. You feel every explosion, every impact, and every moment of tension. But what makes Gambit's story relevant today? It's his moral complexity. In a world that's often divided into black and white, Gambit lives in the grey. He's not a perfect hero, and he doesn't pretend to be. He's made mistakes, hurt people, and been hurt in return. Yet he keeps fighting. Not because he's trying to save the world, but because he's trying to find his place in it. That's something that we can all relate to, isn't it? The idea that no matter how messy or complicated life gets, we can still choose to stand up, take a chance, and fight for what matters. So what makes the Gambit unique among superhero movies? It's not just the cool powers or the slick action, it's the heart of the story. This flawed, charming, and deeply human character trying to navigate a world that's out to get him. It's the humour, the romance, and the pulse-pounding excitement, all wrapped up in one unforgettable package. Of course, it's Channing Tatum bringing it all to life with a performance that's sure to leave audiences wanting more. In the end, The Gambit isn't just a movie about a mutant with cool powers, it's a story about redemption, loyalty, and the courage it takes to gamble everything when the odds are against you. And with a character like Gambit, you can bet the house that it's going to be one heck of a ride. Are you ready to deal? The Gambit's all about strategy, suspense, and surprises, with Channing Tatum leading the charge. This high-stakes adventure promises to keep you on the edge of your seat. Don't miss it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our latest updates. Do let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We'll see you guys next time.